Welcome to your daily focus for October the 18th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of your positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Now, let's see what the cards have in store for us to tell us the energy around us, and we start with Justice. We want justice. We want things to be fair. We want things to be right. We'll get back to that, of course. Karma is in the middle. And as we move towards that new moon in Libra, there we have the solar eclipse, which would be a new moon. It's what you've done to this point that matters, that you've made it to this point, that you never gave up on yourself, your dreams, or your hopes. And maybe you tucked it way down deep inside, but it was still there. It was still protected. And now you could be bringing that passion, that want to life. And the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is typically rest, recuperation, unplugging, taking a deep breath. Of course, we are still in the full moon energy, so it's not time to plant those seeds. It's not time to actually step into something new. But rather, it is to look at our path forward. And when I see the Four of Swords, I imagine the soldier or the warrior and how they had to go through each and every day, which must have seemed incredibly long days and nights, looking over one shoulder, never feeling truly safe. Chaos coming out of seemingly nowhere. And that soldier, that warrior, returns home. They take off their armor, they hang up their weapons. And the world they are entering is so different, so completely different to what they have been living. And so this is the time to imagine the unimaginable, to make the impossible possible, to look at a new way to go forward in your journey. Let's start back at the Justice card, though. Well, when justice appears, we have to make sure that we have integrity attached to everything that we do, because we are demanding integrity of everything that we are walking into, that we cross, that we meet upon. And we can't possibly truly ask for that without doing it ourselves. So it has to have integrity, our voice, our actions. It has to have meaning. It has to have substance. So this isn't a day for shortcuts. This could be a day of making a decision, though. A decision in order to bring in the justice that should be in your life, however you deem that to be. You're perhaps placing judgment on friendships, partnerships, associations, what you do for a living, what brings you happiness, what dissipates your energy. It could be that today we are making decisions demanding that kind of balance or justice in our lives on a continuous basis. And karma is right in the middle, and that's just beautiful. This is, I get to celebrate you, your dreams, your hopes, your goals, your desires, where you want to go, who you want to become, what you want to create, what you want to manifest, what you want to invent. You may be embracing travel. You may be embracing education. You may be embracing a new vocation. You may be embracing a relationship, a partnership. You may be embracing well-being, peace of mind. And this is your card saying you can. That you don't have to hide in the darkness or the shadows, but you step out into the light. You push away that fear. You know that you've got this. You know that it's something that has been stirring in you forever and a day, in one form or another. And you are allowing yourself to be yourself, who you truly are, taking off the mask. Stop the pretending that you like something perhaps, or you're willing to go along with something when really it dissipates your energy. It's been pulling you down and you've been allowing it to be so. This is where you say, no, it's about me. It's about my steps forward. And that may seem to some people like, wow, that's really egotistical and we should care about other people. Don't you know, unless you are truly happy and allowing that vibration of light, of happiness, of joy to surround you, everybody that comes in contact with you receives a little bit of that present from you and they are uplifted. It's what you bring into the situation, what you bring into the relationship, what you bring into the scenario. It's going after your dreams and your wants and your hopes and your desires, and what does it look like going forward? This is the last couple of days has been so demanding that you look towards the future, even with the Four of Swords here. The Four of Swords, maybe more so with the Four of Swords. Because you were imagining something completely different than what you've been living. You're ready for the change. You're ready for the movement. Maybe it's a lateral movement. Maybe it's forward movement. I doubt if it's backwards. Not with this kind of energy around us. So be doing your new moon affirmations right now. Be doing a morning meditation, a nighttime gratitude, prayer. Reflect upon what is good in your life, what you can work with in your life, where your talents, your abilities lay, where you can push yourself, where you can stretch the boundaries of who you are and step into the true you, the one you want to be, not the mask, not hiding an emotion or a feeling. Or remember, Jupiter is in Scorpio and Mercury is crossing over Jupiter. So it's really about communicating your desires, your ambitions, the beauty you want to come into your life, you expect to come into your life. Let's get an affirmation. And look at the colors here. Purple for the spirituality, green for the growth and the heart center. And this beautiful red again, recognizing our courage, our strength, our wisdom. The messenger of air. Still with the air cards. The messenger of air. Opinions informed by experience, adherence to a dogma, allegiance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned response, a subconscious programming, swift reactions and responses. I need to broaden my perspective. I am reacting to a situation from my past. I have to think about whether I want to do things the old way or respond differently this time. I can adapt a new way of thinking and behaving. If I am swift and move quickly, ensuring my actions are for the highest good, positive outcomes are ensured. So it is really about, how do you want to do things going forward? Do you want to do it the old way? Does the old way work? Does it bring in the harmony, the joy, the passion? Then, beautiful. But if it's not, or if there's a part of your life that's out of balance, remember with justice as the first card, it's time to put things into balance. It's about broadening your perspective. It's about knowing that because you are doing things for the highest good, success is assured, it's guaranteed. I can adapt to a new way of thinking and behaving. Of course you can. Let's see what our wise animals have to say. I think our new moon is tomorrow. So this is really a day of putting closure maybe on some habits, ways we've done things in the past, the way we have looked at things in the past, the way we have perceived things in the past. And yes, with the Four of Swords, it's going to be completely different going forward. So how do we want it to look? What do we want to step into? And to one degree or another, we've all come through the fires. We've all come through that battleground. We've all come through chaos and looking over our shoulder and worry and fear and sleeping with one eye open. And the Four of Swords being at the end says that doesn't need to be anymore. If we listen to Messenger of the Air, how do we change our perspective? How do we do things or behave differently to ensure a different result, a new result, a good result, a successful result? Look who's back. Our little mouse in the hammock. Deep rest. Lazy sleep, rest and meditate. Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass under the trees on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of water or watching the clouds float from across the sky is by no means a waste of time. Mo says it's time for you to make time for laziness. You don't have to be constantly on the go. After all, that is how you become run down. Remember the Four of Swords there. It's really about recharging. It's about unplugging. It's about rest, recuperation, relaxation, meditation, prayer. Spend a little time each day or week doing something you enjoy that is completely frivolous and fun. It could be just an afternoon laying in the hammock, reading a book, watching your favorite old movie, playing with the kids. This is not a time to begin anything new. It is a time to restore your spirit. Sometimes rest doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping, but just quieting your mind. Take some time grounding yourself by taking a yoga class, gardening, fishing, spending time in nature. Spend at least 10 minutes a day meditating and just being in the moment. You don't have to be physically at your happy place to go to your happy place. It can simply be within your mind. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And I talked about that a little bit yesterday. So go to the end of yesterday's video and rewatch for how you can go to your happy place and what it does to you. What and it's, it's scientifically proven what happens to you. When you think about certain things, your body actually responds to it, and your mind prepares you for that atmosphere, not the atmosphere you want to step into. So, yes, it is a time to lay back. It is a time to daydream. It is a time to do those new moon affirmations. It is a time to start believing in yourself. It is a time to look at what you have walked through and where you want to walk going forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.